gonna be really, really good. And I like this matchup with Pato and Shane because um, although Shane has a certain style of strategy, he's a little bit more high-paced than Pato when Pato fights bigger opponents. So maybe Pato will be forced to move more than the usual.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of Jamil, as I say that, Jamil coming right up on top. I was just going to say, I was expecting to see him play this spider lasso, but it's Pato playing the shallow lasso with Jamil on top, looking right away for passing grips.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons is that it's really hard to double pull with Pato. Shane also pulled late, so he had to come up on top. I don't think he maybe made the choice of being on top, but having to be on top.
And Pato now already in on this lapel guard, looking to thread underneath. And he'll use it to score. Pato now up 2-0 early on in this bout.
Nice foot toe attack.
And I don't think I have to say this. I think everybody knows just how dangerous Pato is when he gets a hold of the leg, looking for a toe hold here. Jamil's leg is still straight, but he's forcing Jamil to bend, and we see a knee bar as a result. Now Pato's got to be careful here. He's got his legs on the inside, so he's got to make sure he releases that leg properly. And right into this kind
leg drag position.
Exactly. Kyle, we see Pato do that squatting leg drag position a lot. What kind of things is he looking for from that position?
I think one of the things is that because he's been at AOJ now for over a year, and AOJ is very well known for their speed passing. I think because he's in a squatting position, it allows him to move faster from side to side. Where if he has one of the knees on the floor, he kind of is more stuck to one side. Although he has the flexibility to go to the other side, it's not as mobile as being standing and being able to transition from different guard passes and from side to side.
Pato now using a leg pin with his right leg on Jamil's right leg and using it to smash the knees down. That might do enough to nullify that lasso that Jamil is so good at, looking to collapse the knees together, but looks like Jamil will funnel out to the guard. And we'll see what Jamil can do now from this closed guard, looking right away to start attacking underneath Pato.
I don't think I have seen so much close guard at the highest level in a very long time. I don't remember the last tournament that I have seen so much close guard in the highest level.
That is the fun thing about Jiu-Jitsu. The exciting thing about pro Jiu-Jitsu, right, is the professional athletes are the trendsetters, but the trends tend to come full circle. We see things we haven't seen in 15, 20 years become popular again because of the way that the game is played. And here's something brand new, a little bit of a gubber guard here from Jamil, looking to use his leg to anchor that closed guard in, but Pato keeping his head down and looking to get over. This is a complex position here.
This could be bad for Shane. This could be really bad because he's applying pressure on the top leg, and if Shane doesn't let go, he's going to have a lot of pressure on his knee. If he lets go, then Pato is going to be extremely connected to his hips as he reaches the half guard position. So now Shane is in a bad dilemma. He has to move Pato away from his bottom knee. Look at this. He had to let go because of the pressure on the top knee, and now Pato has such an advantageous position.
Pato has head control, chest-to-chest connection. Jamil is virtually flat, and Pato will look to slice through the guard straight into mount. That's going to be 6 for Diego Pato.
And heavy. He looks heavy right there. You see that when Shane tried bridging in right when he mounted, Pato didn't even move. His hips were so connected to Shane's. He didn't allow Shane to raise the hips out of the mat. He did a
Pato
good job
with
on
8.
He did a
Pato
good job
with a 9-point lead now in side control with this far side lasso grip and the head control. Kyle, you were talking about Pato's pass.
Yeah, no, he transitioned very well when Shane was escaping out of the mount. He transitioned to the side control already with the lapel. This is a position that Guilherme is really good at as well. So I'm sure that he has a great mentor to guide him through the the lapel Bravo choke from the side control and half guard. But Shane was able to get out and recover his guard. It's exactly how I was talking about it. You see Pato and Shane, although they were favorite on their quarterfinals, the matches were really slow. But now when they actually have to fight each other, and there's not really a clear favorite, maybe Pato now is a clear favorite after 9 points, but you can see that the match is much more dynamic than the quarters. I think the quarters, everyone was trying to have a feeling of the mats and a feeling of how the referees were gonna give the penalties. But now that they know how it's gonna be, I think they're like, okay, let's do this, and the matches are much more. I think we're gonna have much more dynamic matches from now on.
3.5 minutes left in this featherweight semifinal. Diego Pato on top in the blue versus Jamil Hill-Taylor on the bottom in the white. Jamil continuing to look for these complex lapel grips, but Pato gets an angle and is starting to pass back into half guard, and he will settle only when he gets to mount and collects another. Where is he? I can't see what the referee's gesturing. It looks like he'll get advantages only for that.
Yeah, you see that this time Shane was able to push the leg to the half guard, and Pato was slightly late to get the leg out to the side control like he did before, but he's still in a really heavy top half guard position, and this is trouble because Pato is so good in this position.
Heavy head forward pressure, continuing to control the head and shoulders of Jamil, and now he will score the 3 for the guard pass. Pato up by 12 with 2:40 left on the clock.
Pato's really doing a great job controlling Shane's hips, not really allowing him to move, whether he's on side control, in half guard, in mount. It's really impressive because this is usually something that heavier guys do, and Pato is doing a really good job controlling the hips of Shane the whole time. You can see that he either has the hand or the elbow or the forearm, but something is always gluing him hip to hip and not allowing Shane to really move.
It's a great note because Diego Pato does look incredibly heavy in this position, but he is on paper the lightest man in the division. This is the featherweight bracket. Pato, a 3-time light featherweight no-gi world champion, and Jamil, a featherweight world champion from back in 2019. So Pato, despite being the lightest man in the bracket, looks right now like the heaviest man in the bracket.
Yeah.
And no sign of slowing down. He's going to score 4 more points, padding his lead now 18, and he's got 1.5 minutes to try and secure this submission.
I think Pato's been eating a lot of iron, because his bones must be heavy as heck.
The Iron Duck.
The Iron Duck. Oh, beautiful choke.
We should note Diego Pato was a competitor in the first ever IBJJF The Crown last year when he fell short in the opening match against the eventual winner, Samuel Nagai. But Pato this year looks like it is his year. He's been on such a tremendous climb since joining AOJ, even really before that, but his kind of rise to stardom occurred right in line with his joining of the AOJ team. And with an 18-point lead, Diego Pato will move ahead to the featherweight final here at the Crown. Still waiting to find out who he will face, but it's the winner of Jamil Barreto and Marco Mendez waiting in line for Pato. And the AOJ crowd lights up for their featherweight Diego Pato.